Okay, so Alien Romulus has just hit, right? No press screening, but it's all gravy, man. Went to the cinema and checked it out. It is directed by Fede Álvarez, who co-wrote the film with Rodo Sayagues. It is produced by Ridley Scott, Michael Pruss, Walter Hill, and Gregor Balika. It's executive produced by Fede Álvarez, Elizabeth Cantaleon, Tom Moran, and Brent O'Connor. Benjamin Wallfish was down with the music, while Gallo Alvarez took care of cinematography. Jake Roberts edits the piece, while Sydney Shakif and Mary Vanu were down with the casting. Production design is Naman Marshall. We have art direction from Monica Albert, Lily Barfa, Tobias Frank, Greg Hadju, Jane Harwood, Mikos Hatvani Dalk, Shira Hockman, Bijana Jovanovic, Hazel Keane, Dave Kellum, Tibor Lazar, Adam O'Neill, Anna Maria Orez, Matt Sims, Robert Teller, and Justin Warburton Brown. Zuzana Sippus and Topla Zoltan were on set decoration, and Carlos Rosario is costume design. Our cast, well, Cailee Spaeny is Rain. Andy is her brother, played by David Jonsson. Then there is Tyler, played by Archie Renaux. His sister Kay, played by Isabela Merced. There's Bourne, played by Spike Fearn. Navarro, played by Aileen Wu. We've got the xenomorph is played by Trevor Newlin. Offspring played by Robert Bobricki. Who else do we have? The voice of the ship is Anna Marie Griggs. And our Wayland officer is played by Rosie Eddy. So the gist of the film: while scavenging the deep ends of a derelict space station, a group of young space colonists come face to face with the most terrifying life form in the universe. Now it's the seventh film, right? The seventh film in this just crazy ass franchise. To date, the first two films are the benchmark. You know what I mean? That it's just a benchmark, right? And this one, it's set between those two, which is kind of smart, right? Kind of smart. But how do you do it, right? How do you play it? Well, we do get reference to Ripley, and I think that reference and the connection to it does make a lot of sense, because when you think about these things, you're like, obviously a company would do that. So yeah, okay, I'm buying that. So we have all of this stuff. There are kind of nods to some of the other films as well, but that's all I can really say on that front. Now, we got these colonists, right? It's a shitty life. Working in the mines, it's not safe. No one wants to do it. So the idea is to, go to another planet, be colonists there. But the only way you can do that is, work out your contract. But then the rules get changed. So, our group of friends are looking for a new way. And they think they found it. An old ship, right? You can salvage, find some bits, give you the credits to go somewhere else, start afresh. All of this, you think, yeah, makes sense. I get that. I buy that. Now, when we see them leave planet, man, we have this great shot of the ship, right? The sun coming up over the crest of the planet, the rings. It's a beautiful frigging shot. Oh, man, it's really good. It's a really good one. And I think, especially when the rest of the film is very dark, which you get, you're on this dark planet, you're on a station with no power. So the darkness does make sense, but it does make it difficult to see. For me anyway, right? Now that could be partly because of the eyesight, but it felt like there were scenes where the camera would be on a window. And I'm like, oh, have you seen a sign of a xenomorph? Right? Has something scuttled past this window, or is there a shadow? But because of the dark, I couldn't see any of that if there was. But I kind of felt that some of those shots might be doing that, giving you these hints to what might be coming, what might be on the horizon. So there was that at play. I think with something like this, and as I say, it's a 7th Alien film. Not everyone's making it out alive, right? You know that. I mean, it would be fun to do one where everyone does, right? Really throw people through the loop, as it were. But, as I say, we know they're not all making it out. So, if a character hasn't really been fleshed out, they're biting it, right? We know that. So I think on a film like that, you have to really beef up all the characters so no one knows, right? You remember Game of Thrones when Sean Bean bites it, right? His character was kind of front and center, that so no one could see that coming, right? No, you're just like, wait, what? You just been building this dude up and you kill him? Nah, man. That's what you need to do. That makes it all work, right? I think another thing, so with the Bjorn character and his hatred for humanoids, you can go, okay, I get it. But then the problem is with that, they've all been around each other it's not like they've only just met. So they know everyone. So it's just like, if you didn't know someone, you get it. But when you do, doesn't really make as much sense. Doesn't make as much. And also, when we hear what happens? Right? It was like people were saved by the action. You're like, I mean, look, it sucks, obviously. No one's gonna be happy, but surely you also understand what was achieved. So I think there were situations where you were just like, I mean, I kind of feel it shouldn't be completely one way, right? So we have that. Also, the plan for when they get to this planet, like it comes out, and then it's just like, oh, everyone knew this thing, but as an audience, there's no even hint at the possibility of this other thing. So it did feel a bit of a cheat. And also, it's just like, there should have been, even if it's a moment of, can we have a conversation? You know what? Don't worry about it. We'll do it another time. Something like that, right? Where you'd be like, oh, okay. But to not, it just feels like, hold on. You know what I mean? Because it's just like, if supposedly this is someone, that you care about and all of that. And, we see a scene at the start that shows this. So it just feels it felt a bit weird, that moment. Right? There are some moments that do feel a bit odd. Right? Like, let's say our first face hugger situation, right? It felt a bit odd. Because, you know what I mean? You can understand, right? It'd be like, oh, we need to do this thing. But then to take it to that next level, right? The thing that actually, you're just like, yeah, are you going to do this thing and jeopardize everyone? That felt a bit weird. And then just people's reactions too. Because although you might not have seen this thing before, when it does the thing that we know our little face huggers do, no one's just going to be standing like, you're going to be like, I need to get the fuck out of here, right? Or I am throwing the nearest heavy thing at this, you know what I mean? Something, but just to be like, you're just like, I don't know. I don't think people are going to be doing that shit, As I said, like the film, we get these nods to other films, which is, that's all good. It does make the end a bit odd. There's the thing that seems to come out of nowhere, right? Seems to come out of nowhere. You're like, wait, what? Huh? Where the fuck that come from? You know what I mean? So there is that. But also we get this whole, because we have a reboot situation at the beginning of the film. Now, when we have the second reboot thing, seems to be a whole lot quicker. Where you're just like, didn't it take longer before? I swear that took longer. That seems, right? Yeah. We do, I nearly forgot, we do get that nod to Sigourney Weaver at the end of Aliens. Not the mech scene, right? But just in the underwear. That. And then it's kind of like, oh, that was iconic. And then we get another one, like, and it's just like, yo, you're stacking these things, right? These little homages, these little, oh, that was like, let's do another one. Oh, let's do that, and then we'll throw on that one. Yeah, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. So yeah, there are these odd moments that I'm not sure necessarily work as well as maybe hoped. Right? It's I think it's a solid film. I don't think it's as I don't think it's as productive as Prey for the franchise. Right? I think Prey really rejuvenated the Predator franchise. I think Alien Romulus is a better. I mean, Prometheus and Covenant were good films, but they were so completely far removed from the original films that it was just like, wait, hold on, this is completely new lore. Wait, where are these what new things? What is, So I think Romulus does a that cohesive job of fitting in. We have interesting bits like the ship is split up into Romulus and Rebus. Okay. And you'd be like, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Right? Romulus, the science lab bit, boom, boom. All of these things make a lot of sense. So I think it does a good job on that front. And we do have some good acting. I think out of everyone, I did think David Jonsson really does a tremendous job with Andy when you think about what that character is. So the different layers he has to bring, I think he does a very good job with that. But I think Cailee Spaeny is good. Isabela Merced is good for as much as we have with those characters, like Aileen Wu. Good, but there's not a whole lot to the characters. I think Bjorn, Spike Fearn's Bjorn is okay, but it's just annoying. Right? Annoying. I think they could have added more to make his actions feel more legitimate. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's it's a film where when you leave, you're not necessarily, yo, man, I can't wait for them to make more. But you're like, okay, yeah, that was fine. That kind of works. Kind of works, right? But I don't think you're like, I need more. I need more. It would be interesting to see how the TV series works. Right? What layers that adds to this legacy and lore. But the film isn't too bad, right? It's, I don't know, you wonder, like, how does it connect with the second film? Unless, okay, because I did miss I got there very late. Well, not very late. I missed the opening few minutes. We're just finishing an interview with Vincenzo Natalie, and ran slightly. We were cutting it, so I missed the opening minute. So maybe, right, the mining planet that we see them on is the mining planet from Aliens, right? That would work, because then, things would make a lot of sense with how it fits and connects and all of that kind of thing. So there may have been that, and I just missed that. But yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I think look-wise, it does look good. It's very dark, but it looks good. I know it's all a lot of practical effects, which work very well. But yeah, it doesn't have me like I need more. It doesn't invoke that in me, which is a shame. But I don't know. We'll see what happens, right? So Alien Romulus, it is in cinemas right now.